Okay, so here we are for pack 3. One of the more interesting rares. Definitely not good. But here we're happy to pick up... well, we can pick up either like another Carnage Worm. We already have, I think, enough late drops, though, that I think that either just the Crocodile or the Bears is going to be better for us. And I mean, the Crocodile is better if we're up against like a blue opponent. I think it's a little bit more versatile, so just going to grab the Crocodile here. So definitely have some very good cards here. We have Acidic Slime number 3. We have Azure Mage, which is a very good card. You can get a lot of card advantage off of it. Giant Spider is another great card for us. The Skywinder Drake is also very good. I think the best card here for us in this situation is going to be the Azure Mage, though. We already have a fairly big 5-drop slot, and Azure Mage just can close out a game by itself with just the advantage it picks up. So, happy to grab the Azure Mage. Okay, so we have another Troll Hide if we want it. Let's see, we've got one potential. I mean, Troll Hide is quite good with Acidic Slime, because then you can end up picking up, like, you know, I mean, getting Death Touch on a Regenerator is pretty ridiculous, but actually not quite sure the pick here. I mean, it's Troll Hide as a pick, but I'm just wondering how much Chandra's Phoenix is worth. Alright, so we went ahead and took the Troll Hide. Yeah. Once again, I'm very happy to see another Rampant Growth. Other possible cards, like Unsummon is very nice. The Drake is great. It's good. We're kind of creature light, so... But I still think that picking up the extra Rampant Growth is going to be a little better for us. You know, we do have the Manolith and the Solemn, but if we can just propel ourselves into Titan or Carnage Worm, I think it's going to be a little better for us. And here, like, Harbor Serpent is fine, actually. We could pick up like another Ice Cage, or like a Flash Freeze for the board, but I think that Harbor Serpent is actually fine. I'm very happy to see Phantasmal Dragon. This card is a card that's impressed me quite a bit. Like, there aren't that many effects in M12 that actually target creatures, so you might want to board it out against white if you see like Law Keepers, but for the most part I think it's quite a good card. And a third Troll Hide, or what we could do is we could pick up Alluring Siren. Alluring Siren is actually a nice combo with Acidic Slime, with the Death Touch creatures. It also is good against like illusions. We could also just pick up like the Stampeding Rhino. I mean, at this point, like, we have 2 Rampant Growths and a Manolith and a Solemn Simulacrum, so we want to be, you know, pushing towards something big. But I mean, like, with the Regenerators and the Troll Hide, like, Siren might actually be better for us. This is actually kind of close. I think I'm going to take the Siren here. And here, definitely happy to grab Divination. One of the few ways of getting card advantage, and always happy to see it. We could grab another Bears here, but I think actually the second Carnage Worm in this situation might be a little better for us. Like, we already have the Rampant Growth plan. We could pick up Bears to try to like get Crocodile online, but yeah, actually, no, I think I'm just going to grab the Bears. Having some more early defense is probably good. Don't know how I feel about Kite Shield. Doesn't seem amazing, but we'll happily pick up Mind Unbound. I don't really know what kind of deck is the deck that wants to be using Mind Unbound. It seems like a card that could be quite good, but you definitely need to be able to close out the game, otherwise you could potentially deck yourself. and I'm still not really sure about the Runeclaw Bear over the second Carnage Worm. Like what we could do is we could have just taken the second worm, sided into the Serpent if we see blue, and then have like enough things to go get to. So I don't know about that. It might have been better to get the second worm there, but I think just because this is such an aggressive format that having the extra early defense might really help. Okay, so at this point we're at 28. Not sure about Mind Unbound. We might add it, but not sure at the moment. Probably not playing Fog. We can side into that also. Probably not playing the Brindlebore unless they're super aggressive. Yeah, so very happy to pick up an Unsummon late. Very nice pick. This card is always good. I've never had a bad experience with it. I don't think this deck wants to play more than one Trollhide. I mean, with a Phantasmal Dragon, and cards like Alluring Siren that don't get too much value out of it, I think one is going to be fine. Scepter is actually, I think, just fine here because we can theoretically just turn on Bloodthirst for our Crocodiles and the Carnage Worm. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll play it, but we definitely could play it. Okay, so here we are with the deck. Ended up just running one Trollhide, and I think that we are going to keep Ice Cage in the board. Just depending, if we're up against white, it probably won't be nearly as good. But against the other colors, we can definitely board it in. Still not really sure about Mind Unbound. It might be a better inclusion than, say, for instance, Harbor Serpent, but just not really sure how to value it at this point. I think we'll just try it like this and see how it goes. So we will see you for round one. So here we are for round one, and we're definitely going to be on the draw with a 3-color deck. So let's see what we draw. This hand actually looks quite good. Got the double Rampant Growth, Divination, hopefully draw into one of our bombs, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so our last round opponent actually ended up timing out, and here we are in the second round. Let's go take a look at our current opponent's deck and see what he's playing. So it looks like blue something. Just trying to see if he's got any tricks here. Could potentially be mono blue. Would be a little bit surprising. There we are. Blue-black. So blue-black with flyers and unblockable. Do need to keep an eye out for mind control. This hand looks fine though. We have all of our mana sources and should be able to potentially draw into something good. Okay, so just going to run out the Rampant Growth here, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up some kind of blocker here soon. Obviously we don't want to see Bloodthirst here if he has like the 3/1 vampire. but most likely he's just going to be playing flying creatures. Yep. So this, definitely makes me regret not having like giant spider in my deck, for instance. But the play here, most likely we're just going to go ahead and we could either drop mage and keep plummet up, or we could just go ahead and drop monolith and then plummet. And I think that I like that a little bit better, just sort of getting the extra mana sources out there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Like, I'm not going to block Coral Merfolk with mage, so might as well get the acceleration. He could potentially, have some sort of trick, but I think I'm actually just going to, like, I don't really see him. I mean, I suppose he could Dark Favor his flyer, but I don't want counter magic and get behind, so let's just go ahead and plummet it now. Okay, so at this point, probably what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and drop, or we could drop like Mage and Crocodile, but I'd rather have a hit in first to try to get Bloodthirst. So, I mean, we could drop Mage and draw a card, that'd be fine, but we could also drop like Acidic Slime, just so we can stop his Merfolk, get a land. I think that might be a little bit better for us because we are on a clock here, so I think that dropping the slime is going to be a little better. And probably going to get the swamp just because in case he has like Vampire Outcasts, we can shut that down. And we definitely are going to be blocking here just because we want to make sure that, I mean, we could take 4 and then get in and play Crocodile, but I don't really think we're racing. We're already behind, so I think we're just going to try to draw out and trade here. Yeah. So yeah, like at this point, I think we just need to drop Mage and try to draw something. Yeah. Okay, so hope we don't see any more big flyers. I hope it doesn't have any kind of targeting. Like, we could still draw into, like, Stinger Fling Spider, for instance. Here we could bash, play Crocodile, and Phantasmal Dragon, which is okay. Or we could just attack and then drop Carnage Worm. But we are really on a clock here, and I think that playing the dragon is going to be pretty important. So, alternatively, we could just, like, drop Dragon, draw a card, hope to get something. So I think that we need to get some kind of clock going. So yeah, I think we're actually just going to attack for 2, play the Crocodile, and drop Dragon.